No, you're not too young. I'm just kidding. So what's up, guys? The title of this video is actually the same question I was contemplating before I signed up for the Dave Ramsey Financial Coach Master Training. I know it's kind of a mouthful. I'll just say FCMT from now on. This video is for those who might be a student in college, a young professional, a young unprofessional, or just anyone who maybe doesn't feel like they're the typical financial coach. So today I'm gonna hit on 3 topics. 1, what led me to begin and start the FCMT program, and number 2, what I've learned so far in the FCMT program, and last but not least, number 3, addressing the question of whether or not you are too young to begin the Financial Coach Master Training. Before I dive in though, I'll just quickly introduce myself. I'm JC Rodriguez. I am a full-time student at the University of Central Florida. My major's in finance. I'm involved in things like my church. I have an internship right now at a financial advising firm. And I also do Uber Eats on the side just to make some money when I have some free time. Oh, and I try to make YouTube videos every once in a while. So with all this going on in my life, why did I decide to start working towards being a financial coach? So I began this program in July, and at that point they had this deal where they knocked down the price of the Financial Coach Master Training down to a little below $1,600. Yes, we're dropping numerical figures here because this is a legit review and just my story with it. For real, like, that was the biggest investment I've ever made in myself, coming from like a monetary perspective. I took the leap of faith and I purchased the certification program because I knew that the return on my investment would greatly outweigh the $1,600 now. Luckily, I started working during quarantine, and a lot of that money came from delivering pizza, and that paid for this. So thank you, Papa John's. Shout out to you. And honestly, I was in a really good position as well because I have a scholarship at my university currently, so this didn't really pile up as like another tuition payment for me. So at the time, still $1,600. This is rude. Anyways, at the time, $1,600 is still quite a fat stack for someone that's 20 years old. A lot of other things took effect into why I made this decision. One is that this program was really relevant to me because I am a finance major. Being in the financial industry is what I want to do. Not saying that this course isn't beneficial to anyone who isn't trying to do something in the world of finance, but I knew I didn't want to do anything that was like a corporate job. So through interviewing different professionals and through my internship, I realized I really wanted something that was client facing. So this is where I developed my why behind why I'm signing up for the Financial Coach Master Training, because I love helping people. I love, setting goals. I love setting my own goals, whether it's fitness, monetary, educational, or intellectual. I love setting goals, and I love that feeling of achieving them and knowing that I'm progressing. That feeling of progress is what makes me happy. And that's what I love to see other people do as well. That's something that I fell in love with when I was a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Let's drop some pictures right here. Bam, bam, boom, bah. I'm no longer a missionary today, but I still love helping people and watching people achieve goals. And so why not just pivot that now into something like finance, which is the backbone of a lot of different aspects of people's lives. That's my why. That's why I started. Let's jump to number 2, what I've learned so far. I can't reveal too much. I'm sure y'all can sign up for those webinars that Dave Ramsey Solutions always put out, probably like every week it feels like, where they'll talk about the Financial Coach Master Training, and they can do it a whole lot better than I can and talk about what you'll learn and what you'll get out of it. So far, I've learned really about the purpose of a financial coach. There's a lot of things you'll realize that are in your control as a coach and also out of your control, and it's important to recognize those two things. But really, ultimately, your purpose is to help people, and the thing is like, these are people you're helping. These aren't just they're not just a project that you're doing. They're not just a pawn in your business that you're trying to do. Like, these are real people with real lives, real problems, real behaviors that you're trying to help them change through creating a budget, through setting goals with them, through guiding them. Whether you're doing this as part of a ministry for free, as a business, as just a friend, or just for your own personal knowledge, the intention is the same. Is you're helping people, not projects. Don't projectify people when it comes to something like this. A lot of the beginning stages of the course are about that, are about people. Right now, I'm starting to dive into the technical skills and knowledge needed to be a financial coach, which is definitely now giving me a lot more confidence in knowing what to share with people and actually being a teacher and having that teacher mentality when financial coaching. So once again, that's all you're gonna get right now. Sign up for one of those webinars. They'll tell you more. They'll tell you better than me. And number 3, what I'm really making this video for is addressing the question of, am I too young to be a financial coach? Am I too young to start the Dave Ramsey Financial Coach Master Training? And, really, age does not matter at all. The question you really should be asking is the question that everyone should be asking before taking this course, regardless of your age. It's, why do I want to be a financial coach? What is your why? Let me answer this question further with an experience I had just this past month. Once again, I'm an intern at an independent financial advising firm here in the Orlando area. And as an intern, I really wanted to dive deep and see what financial advisors do and if this really is the career path for me. So I was able to schedule an interview with one of the managing partners at our firm. And I found out during this interview that the managing partner that I was talking to, he began as an advisor at the age of 21 years old. And this guy, at that age, at that unripe young age of 21, hit the ground running, right? And this guy, he was just really intentional when he began, and he was just willing to put in the work. Ultimately, it was a bunch of cold calling because this guy didn't have much connections, if any, at all when he began as an advisor. I listened to him tell his story and I was like, whoa, I'm 21 years old. Let me ask him this question. And this is exactly how that conversation went. So one of my concerns is the possibility of some age bias, especially when you're starting off as a young financial advisor. Why is that a concern? Immediately when he asked that question, why is that a concern, I got the message clearly. Okay, you're right. If I think it's a concern, then it will be a concern, so I shouldn't make it a concern, right? And he told me, if people don't want to listen to you because of your age, then move on. Next. With that, guys, age bias may exist, but in our minds, if you think it's a concern, then it's a concern that you'll be concerned about, which is very concerning. But it comes down to really being just confident and competent. And you haven't even signed up for the course yet, so of course you're not fully competent. And as you become more competent, then you'll become more confident. But what you should do is really focus on what you know and are doing right now and be confident and competent in that. If you ever feel like you're fully competent and confident, then you should be on the verge of dying because you've obviously learned everything you needed to learn in this life. But what it comes down to is just be thankful that you're so aware about personal finance now that you don't have to go through the same mistakes that people like Dave Ramsey or Anthony O'Neill have made, or any of the other personalities. Like, you're in a place right now where you understand finance and you're so ahead of the game. And the thing is you're also applying the principles you're learning, and you're on your own financial grind right now, achieving your own goals. You're just like your clients, but the thing is you know something else that they don't know. And that's what you'll gain through this course if that's something you want to pursue. Other things to help gain and to grow your confidence as a young financial coach is to just start building your network right now. Start putting yourself out there. Start reaching out to professionals within your area that have relevant skills and more knowledge than you. Whether you're 21 or 41, you still don't know everything. You still need that support group around you. You'll even find out in the financial coaching course, a little tidbit of info, that they're gonna invite you to reach out to different professions in your area so that you grow your network now. So go on LinkedIn, look up other financial coaches, look up other people with relevant skills, and take them out to lunch.
Or if you're broke, you know, buy them a McFlurry at a McDonald's. I don't care, but just reach out to them and start talking to people. Ultimately, you can begin coaching as soon as you want to. I've already started coaching now. I haven't even finished the course yet, but I've been able to meet with a few friends who have asked for a session or two, friends who are college students, friends who are, you know, full-time employees beginning their first full-time jobs, and other friends who aren't even in college and are just working and trying to achieve their own goals. You'll find it interesting that as you're going through this course, you'll realize how many people talk about money in normal conversation. I got plans to make this an eventual business, but I'll keep you guys posted as I go through the course and make progress, and when I finish it as well. I think you really should just take the possibility of uncomfort or unorthodoxy as like your signal to go for something. If your intentions are righteous and if you're willing to learn, then why not? With that, guys, age bias might exist. It might be a concern that some people have. It is something that we can choose to not be a concern, because it really comes down to what's going on in our own minds about this. So, you know, to overcome that, focus on what attributes you have now that you can capitalize on and what weaknesses you can turn into strengths. So set a goal, make a plan, and I'll see you guys on the other side of success. Peace! Join. Make sure to give this video a like, comment down below any questions you might have. If you want to ask any questions in private, follow me on Instagram down below and slide into your boys' DMs. Last but not least, how do you like this outro song? My friend Search North actually produced this just from scratch last week, and so it's been a big help. Check him out down below as well, and I'll catch you guys later. See you next week for another video. I love you.